We got some breaking news tonight. One of our real exciting young talents that came through the academy, Jarrell Quansah. It looks like he's going to be heading, and it looks like this window is just business between Liverpool and Leverkusen. That's both ways. Now it seems like it's both ways because we already signed Frimpong and Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz, by the way, flew into Liverpool today. He's in the UK right now, so the announcement could be tomorrow. But anyways, this right here is on Jarrell Quansah because it seems like he's heading the other way. He's heading to Germany to play under Ten Hag, who has replaced Xavi Alonso as the head coach of Leverkusen. But guys, what do you make of this deal? David Ornstein is saying that the deal is worth around £34 million, which is around 40 million euros. All things considered, I think it's a very good deal for Liverpool, considering for him, I think it was kind of a no-brainer because for Liverpool, he would continue to be a squad player. You saw last season how Slot didn't completely trust him. We saw the first match week against Ipswich, he did start, and Slot took him off at halftime for Ibu Konate. So I think from the first match week, we saw that Slot didn't completely trust him, probably less than Klopp did. And for him to get this opportunity to potentially start for Leverkusen, who are a Champions League side, I can understand him taking that opportunity. You know what I mean? And for Liverpool, from a PSR point of view, we didn't pay any fee for him. So for us to be able to raise funds of £34 million, again, for a player, you remember PSR, it depends what you sign that player for. For a player that we didn't sign him for any kind of fee is a very good deal for Liverpool Football Club. And I'm not surprised that this moved quickly. You know, and there isn't a here we go yet, but everything looks like it's going to be done just because Jarrell Quansah wants to move. He's agreed personal terms. And then on the other side of things, it seems like Liverpool are open to selling and Leverkusen want the player. So for around that fee, I think it makes sense. I think it makes a whole lot of sense for both parties. You know, and again, if I put myself in the shoes of Jarrell Quansah, I just want to start in this moment in his career, you know, and that's what he'll get at Leverkusen. There's no way they spend 40 million euros on a player if he's not starting in the team. There's just no way. They don't have those kind of funds. You know what I mean? So you guys are asking, we need a new center back now, bro. We already need a new center back. We already needed a new center back, and now we're gonna go for a center back 1,000%. 1,000%. I mean, already it was sure that we were gonna sign a center back. I think pretty much with Quansah leaving, it's even more of a necessity. And who do I think will come in his place? Probably Mark Guehi, the Crystal Palace captain. I think he's the one we go for. Why? Because with Quansah leaving and the homegrown spot that he fills, I think we're going to need to bring in an English defender. And Mark Guehi makes so much sense in many different ways. One of the main reasons is because he has 1 year left on his contract. So Palace would be willing to let him leave earlier than usual. You know what I mean? And on the other hand, I think with them trying to sign Diomande from Sporting, I think it's a sign that they know Guehi is going to be leaving this summer. He just needs to be guaranteed game time at Liverpool. But again, with the amount of games coming up, the amount of competitions, Guehi will get that time. You know what I mean? But he's a proven leader. He's an England international. I think he could be the one. He can play left center back. He can play right center back. I think he will be the one to come in the place. Again, he fills a homegrown spot. He's still young. He turns 25 next season. He's an experienced player, a leader. I can see that one happening. I really can. I think he would be excited by the Liverpool move, you know? Mervin says, Guehi is a starter. He wants to start often. We have Konate and Virgil already as starters. Maybe Hato is more sensible and it makes more sense. I get what you're saying, but at the same time, like I was saying before, the amount of games that we play, I think Guehi would get a lot of first team football. I think he would. But I understand what you're saying, especially with the World Cup coming up. He's going to want to be in that squad because he already has, I think, 23 caps for England, which is pretty good. You know, he's just 24, turning 25. So, yeah, it's one to look out for. Uchiwa says, we get 60 million euros for Darwin and 40 million for Quansah. What do you think we should spend that 100 million on? We may have more funds coming in. Bro, Isak. Alexander Isak. And then we go for Jorel Hato. That's what I would do. Bro, go big on a striker. Go freaking big on a striker, because why not? He doesn't compare to anyone else in the market. And though there's more and more rumors that he could be available, that he could potentially be available. Neil Thompson, nice to see you in the building, who says, Leo, my mind is saying that Guehi signing is not to replace Quansah. I'm wondering if behind the scenes they know Konate is going, so would tell me Guehi is going to replace him, not Quansah. That's hard to know. It's hard to say, but my hope, what I believe, and I'm still hopeful of, is that Ibu Konate will stay. Why? Not because I'm ludicrous or anything like that. I think Liverpool are aware of how difficult it will be to replace Ibu Konate, and therefore we're going to be willing to offer him the money that he's demanding. Because losing him on a free to Real Madrid would be a big blow again, because we already lost Trent to Real Madrid on a free. I think Real Madrid will be putting pressure on Ibu again to try to get him on a free. And I don't want that happening. Liverpool don't want that happening. So I think we'll give him the money he's asking for, or at least close to it. The defender we'll sign will be for the bench. It won't be someone like Guehi because he'll want regular football. People seriously need to think. I disagree. Liverpool Goals TV, the reason I disagree is because of the amount of games that there's now being played within football. I think Guehi will know he'll get minutes, a lot of minutes for Liverpool Football Club. Seriously. With all the competitions we're in, we're probably going to go far in most competitions. Ibu Konate has a bit of a injury record from the past. I think he'll believe if he comes to Liverpool Football Club that he can still find a way to get minutes. And that's why I kind of disagree with that. And I think he believes it's a move where he can come in and really fight for a place. Even though I understand he's the Crystal Palace captain right now. But I think he will move on this summer because he has 1 year left and Palace won't want to lose him on a free. I really do believe that Palace will make him available this summer. And that's one of the reasons why I think Diomande is a player that Crystal Palace is trying to sign right now. That's what the Times was saying today. The Sporting CP center back. We need 2 more center backs. That's why I can see us signing Guehi and Jorel Hato, for example. I think we could sign a versatile defender who can play, like I said. Jorel Hato, for me, is the most obvious option because we're Dutch FC, because he has so much potential, because he went to Anfield last season. He's close with Gravenberch. We obviously have such a strong connection there. There's been rumors. And like I said, I think I looked at his numbers for Ajax. He's 19 years old? He's already played 60 games at left back and 60 games at center back, I'm pretty sure. Those are crazy numbers. So I could definitely see him being one that we move for. But he's another one that's difficult to get over the line like Guehi. Why? Because I think he's going to want guaranteed minutes because he's a starter for Ajax right now. Ajax will be in the Champions League. I can understand a player of that age. And for example, Guehi, I can understand him wanting regular minutes ahead of the World Cup because he'll want to start for England. That's what a lot of the players have their eyes on. And that's what's difficult for Arne Slot. How does he go towards these players with the incredibly strong squad that we already have and tell them, listen, you'll get X amount of minutes next season? Because trust me, that's the conversations they're going to be having. Because there's no doubt that Guehi wants to be a Liverpool player. There's no doubt that Jorel Hato wants to be a Liverpool player. But they need to be playing. And that's a difficult thing when you're already such a good team that's just won the Premier League and only just lost out to penalties to the Champions League winner in PSG. You know what I mean? It's a very difficult thing. But again, only good news. Only good news for us. That's what's for sure. It's only good news.